Okay, so for my Scratch vending machine, I've got a simple vending machine graphic here as a sprite, and so what I need to do now is follow my algorithm in Flowell. Where is it? Can't find it now. There it is. And so I just need to follow my algorithm and turn each of these steps into code in Scratch. So the first thing I want to do is output a message, please select chocolate bar, and then to get the user's choice and store it. So if I go into Scratch, and if I want to get some information from the user, then I would go into sensing and use the ask. And so I'm asking, please choose a chocolate bar. And I want all of this to start when we click on the green flag when we start the program. So I need to go into events when green flag clicked. There we go. And because I want the program to remember their choice of chocolate bar, for example Mars bar or Twix, we need to store it in a little storage box called a variable. So I need to create that variable first of all. So I'm going to click onto data, make a variable. There we go. Sensible name for this variable will be choice, because I'm storing their choice of chocolate bar. There we go. And there we go. Appears over there. Choice. So whenever we ask a question, the user then has to type in a response, and that response gets stored into a variable called answer. So what I want to do is then put their answer, for example if they type in Mars bar, into that storage box choice. So I'm going to go to data, set choice to whatever the answer to the question was. So let's test that. If I run the green flag, please choose a chocolate bar, I type in Mars, and there we go. I can see the computer's now remembering that choice, Mars. It's in that storage box or variable called choice. What's next? So we've done that one. Input chosen chocolate bar. We now need to add 30p to the total. Okay, so now we've got another value that the computer needs to remember, the total. So we need another variable. So make a variable. Sensible name would be total, and each time they choose a chocolate bar we need to add 30p to that total. So we go into variables and we say we want to change total by, and I'm going to put 0.30. That's 0.30 pounds or 30 pence. So let's test that. If I run that, please choose a chocolate bar. I'm going to put Twix this time. There we go. It's remembered Twix and it's now put the total up to 0.3 pounds or 30 pence. Now notice when I run the program again, it's still remembering those two things. So I've started the program and this is going to be my first choice of Mars bar. It now says the total is 60p. But that's not fair. I've only chosen one chocolate bar this time. So clearly what we need to do is at the start we need to make sure we set total to 0 and we also set choice to 0 so they always reset. There we go. So we try that again. Both set to 0. Put Twix in. It's remembered Twix. It's add 30p to the total. Okay, good so far. Now let's see what's next. We then want to ask them, do they want to choose another chocolate bar? Okay, so that's easy. We're going to go to sensing again and ask, do you want another chocolate bar? Okay, again whatever the user types in will be stored in answer, and I guess, well, what do we need to do? Let's have a look at the algorithm and we need to see if they said yes, because so we now need to decide what it needs to do if they say yes. So if they say yes, we want to ask them again for what chocolate bar they want, and if they say no, we want to output a message to say thank you, you now need to pay. So for a decision we have to use an if statement. So I'm going to go into control, there's an if statement there, and we want to see whether their answer to this question, do they want another chocolate bar? So I'm going to use the answer variable there. We want to see if they typed in yes. So we want to see if answer is equal to yes. So I'm going to go to operators where I've got my equals sign. I'm going to put in there if answer is equal to yes. So what we want to do is go back to the algorithm. So did they say yes, they want another chocolate bar? So if their answer was yes, we want to repeat the whole few steps of asking for another chocolate bar. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that down, and it's this bit I want to do again. So I'm going to copy, duplicate that, and put that into there. Now I can put them back together. Okay, let's give that a go. Please choose a chocolate bar, Mars. So it's remembered Mars, total's gone to 30p. Do we want another chocolate bar? Yes. Please choose another chocolate bar. Okay, put Twix in. There we go, and the total's gone up to 60p. Great. What next? So if they didn't say yes, then we need to go to output, thank you, you now need to pay, and then to output how much the total is. So because I'm just displaying information now, I'm not looking for the user to type in anything to respond to, we can just use the say command instead, which is in looks. So after all that, we need to say thank you, you now need to pay, and then our algorithm says we also then need to output what the total is. So we're going to use the say command again, but we want to say whatever total is. So I'm going to go back to my variables, data, and just drag my total to there. Okay, let's test that. Chocolate bar, Mars. Do you want another chocolate bar? I'm going to say no this time. Thank you, you now need to pay 30p. Okay, good. What's next?